Hey guys, it's your bro, Richie Rich here. Today in this video, I am, I am going to be doing something different right now. So I've officially, am done with doing the Fast and Furious car videos. So I'm done doing the Fast and Furious car videos for you guys. So for you guys, I'm not doing them anymore because I think it's time to do something a little bit different for cars. So I've done Fast and Furious cars. I'm not gonna do them anymore, and I'm just gonna do some cool cars and just talk about them and whatnot. Like engines and blah 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 blah, like top speed, acceleration, like curb weight, price, horsepower, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. Today in this video, I'll be talking to you guys about the Chevrolet Corvette. So yes, I am back to doing proper cars. That's right, I'm back to doing proper cars right now. Yes, let's go. So today I'll be talking to you guys about every single generation of the Chevy Corvette. So how this is gonna work is I'm going to be doing the history of the car because it has all the generations of the cars on there. I'll be doing the awards, the NASA Corvettes, for going into space, the concept cars, production, owner, demographics, and then racing. So that's how it's gonna turn out right now. So let's see how it turns out. So before I start, make sure you all like the video, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think, hit the notification bell, and hit all so you are alerted when I'm making uploads. Alright, without further ado, let's get started. So the Chevrolet Corvette, here we go. The Chevy Corvette is a line of American two-seater sports cars. So sports cars, both manufactured and marketed by GM, General Motors. So General Motors under the Chevrolet marquee since 1953. Right now, as always, is going to be overview. So it's been a long time since I talked about proper cars. I haven't done them for, I don't know, a couple months, I'd say. I don't know. Maybe more, maybe less. Who knows? So around overview. So let's do it. So the manufacturers by Chevrolet or General Motors. Productions from 1953 and it's still in the future or present, whatever you call it. Model years is from 1953 to 1982, and then we got 1984 to the present or future. So we got the C1 from 1953 to 1962. Then we got so that's the C1. Next up we got the C2. So C2 from 1963 to 1967. So C2. The C3 from 1968 to 1982. C4 from 1984 to 1996. I think that's for an explosive device. Anyways, the C5 from 1997 to 1997 to 2004. And then the C6 from 2005, the year I was born, from 2005 to 2013 for the C6. And by the way, the 2013 is always the best year for me to stick with. And then we got the C7 so we got the C6 from 2005 to 2013, and then we got the C7 from 2014 to 2019, and then last but certainly not the very least, we got the C8 from 2020 and is in the present or future, whatever you call it. Its assembly is in Flint, Michigan for 1953 in the U.S. So 1953. Then we got from 1954 to 1981, St. Louis, Missouri. Then we got Bowling Green in Kentucky for 1981 and is still in production in the present. Now we got body and chassis. The class is a sports car S-segment. So body and chassis. Class, sports car S-segment. Body style, two-door coupe or coupe and a two-door convertible / roadster. Layout is front engine, rear-wheel drive. Layout. Then we got, I think, front mid-engine and then rear-wheel drive. Layout for 1953 to 1953 to 2020. So 1953 to 2019. And then we got RMR, so rear mid-engine, rear-wheel drive layout for 2020, and it's still in production for the present or future, whatever. Throughout 8 generations, indicating sequentially as C1 to C8, the Corvette is noted for its performance, distinctive styling, lightweight fiberglass or composite bodywork, and competitive pricing. There we go. The Corvette has had domestic mass-produced 2-seater competitors fielded by American Motors, Ford, and Chrysler. It's the only one continuously produced by U.S. auto manufacturer. It serves as Chevy's halo car. Since its introduction in 1953, the 2-seater has steadily moved upmarket. Initially a relatively modest, lightweight 6-cylinder convertible, subsequent intros of V8 engines, competitive chassis innovations, and rear mid-engine layout has positioned the Corvette in the supercar class. The first 3 Corvette generations, from 53 to 83, employed body-on-frame construction, and since the C4 gen, introduced in 1983 and as early 1984 model, Corvettes have used GM's unibody wide-body platform. All Corvettes used front mid-engine configuration for 7 generations through 2019, and transitioned to a rear mid-engine layout with the C8 generation. In 1953, GM executives accepted a suggestion by Myron Scott, born September 16th, 1907, and passed away October 4th, 1998, age 91, somewhere around there. Who's a creator of the All-American Soapbox Derby. He's also credited with naming Chevy's sports car the Corvette. So then the assistant director of the public relations department to name the company's new sports car after the Corvette, a small maneuverable warship. The first model, a convertible, was introduced at the 1953 GM Motorama as a concept car. Production models went on sale later that year. In 1963, the second gen was introduced in coupe and convertible styles. Initially manufactured in Flint, Michigan and St. Louis, Missouri, the Corvette has been produced in Bowling Green in Kentucky since 1981, which is also the location of the National Corvette Museum. The Corvette has been widely known as America's sports car. Automotive News wrote that after being featured in the early 60s TV show Route 66, the Corvette became synonymous with freedom and adventure, ultimately being both the most successful concept car in history and the most popular sports car in history. Speaking of history, we're on the next part. So we're starting off with the first gen, the C1, from 1953 to 1962. The first gen of Corvette was introduced late in the 1953 model year. appearing as a show car for the 1953 General Motors Motorama from January 17th to 23rd at New York's Waldorf Astoria. So Waldorf Astoria Hotel. At the time, Chevy's general manager, Tom H. Keating, said it was 6 months to a year away from production readiness. The car generated sufficient interest for mass production to begin on June 30th, 1953. Uniquely, the original Corvette used fiberglass bodywork, its reinforcement placed by hand. This generation was often referred to as the solid axle models, with independent rear suspension appearing in the next. 300 hand-built Corvette convertibles were produced, all polo whites for the 1953 model year. The 1954 model year, for the 53 model year, the 54 model year, cars could be ordered in Pennant blue, Sportsman red, black, or polo white. 3,640 of those were manufactured. The 53, 54, and 55 model years were the only Corvettes equipped with a 3.9-liter version of the second-gen blue frame inline six rated at 150 horsepower. The 55 model offered a 4.34 liter V8 engine as an option. The new V8 improved 0 to 60 mile an hour. So improved 0 to 100 km an hour, 0 to 60 mile an hour acceleration by 3 seconds. With a large inventory of unsold 1954 models, GM limited production to 700 units for 1955. Despite the poor sales of the Corvette at the time, the V8 was a popular option, with an estimated 6 cars produced with the inline six. 3 new competitors, the Ford Thunderbird, the Studebaker Speed, and the larger Chrysler C300, were introduced that same year. A new body was introduced for the 56 model, featuring a revised front end and side coves. The tail lamp fins were deleted. An optional ramjet fuel injection system was made available midway through the 57 model year. It was one of the first American mass-produced engines in history to reach 1 horsepower per cubic inch, and Chevy's advertising agency used a 1 horsepower per cubic inch slogan for advertising the 283 horsepower 4.64 liter small block engine. Other options include power windows for 56, hydraulically assisted convertible top, also for 56, heavy duty brakes and suspension 57, and 4-speed manual for late 57. Delco radio, transistorized single-seeking hybrid car radio, which used both vacuum tubes and transistors in its radio's circuitry for the 56 option. The 58 Corvette received a body and interior revisions, including a longer front end with quad headlights, bumper exiting exhaust tips, revised steering wheel, and a dashboard with all gauges mounted directly in front of the driver. For 58, only were 58 hood louvers and twin trunk speakers. The 59-60 model years had few changes, except a decreased amount of body chrome and more powerful engine offerings. In 61, the rear of the car was completely redesigned with the addition of a tapered tail with 4 round lights. The light treatment would continue for all following model year Corvettes until 2014. In 62, the Chevy 4.64 liter small block was enlarged to 5.36 liters. In standard form, it was rated at 250 horsepower, which is not really bad. For an additional 12% over list price, the fuel-injected version produced 360 horsepower. That's a lot better, making it the fastest of the C1 gen. 62 was also the last year for the wraparound windshield, solid rear axle, and convertible-only body style, the trunk lid and exposed headlights did not reappear for many decades. Now we got the second generation. Alright, so I'm going to take a break right now, but I'll be back soon for this second part of the Corvette. So if you like part 1, like and subscribe, comment down below what y'all think. Like the video, subscribe, comment down below what y'all think, hit the notification bell, and hit all so you're alerted when I'm making uploads. Alright, so yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video soon, but until then, stay safe, have a great day, and I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.